Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Palmer Imaging Arena here in Delmont, Pennsylvania. It is a PIHL Single A matchup between the visiting West Allegheny Indians and the home Kiski area Cavaliers. My name is Brian Mitchell. Thank you for joining me on Berg Hockey Night, Berg Hockey Live here on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and the networks of 10band.tv. Sticking around on the east side this evening. This matchup of two teams who, well, they're looking to try to get right the ship this season, as Kiski right now coming into this one is 0-9 on the year. The West Allegheny Indians 1-9. We're going to talk about those West Allegheny Indians here in the red with the white trim tonight. It'll be number 7, Luke Nicholson. Number 8, the captain, Brendan Burke. Number 9 will be Austin Fallick. Number 15 will be Colton Romano. Number 16, AJ Jack. Number 26 will be Noah Figley. Backing up in net tonight, number 30, Derek Bradescu. And number 34 is Johnny Ortiz. Number 44 will be Max Smith. Number 46 will be Nathan Athanas. Number 48 will be Zach Williams. Nick Hagg will be wearing number 56. Number 61 will be John Wineland. Number 83, starting at Golden Knight, Luke Sawford. Number 85, alternate captain Brandon Switalski. And number 96 will be Chase Knoll. Leading the West Allegheny Indians tonight will be head coach A.J. Coleman. On the opposite side, the Kiski area Cavaliers. The defending PIHL Single A matchup, the champions from last season. There will be number 6 starting at Golden Knight, Jake Walker. The alternate captain, number 13, Jake Stankay. Number 14 will be Luke Patton. Number 26 will be Dakota Wilson. Number 31 will be Dylan Matinkowski. Number 42 will be Justin Gross. Number 46 will be Matt Barrick, the alternate captain. Number 57 will be Nikolai Pradanikov. Number 73 will be Seth Hall. Backing up in net tonight, number 77, Jonah Endlick. Number 89 will be Logan Green. And the captain, number 94, Ethan Bumbalski. Bumbalski, 14 goals on the season, 15 points. On the opposite side, we're looking at those West Allegheny Indians ones to watch. That will be Brandon Switalski, number 85. The junior has 9 goals and 8 assists, 17 points on the year. A.J. Jack, 3 goals and 5 assists, good for 8 points on the year. Head coach for Kiski, Dwayne Wilson. Chris Bumbalski and Matt Kraus will be backing him up this evening. We'll be back momentarily with the opening face-off here from the Palmer Imaging Arena. Once again, my name is Brian Mitchell. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. We'll be back.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
All right, we're back here at Palmer Imaging Arena. We're going to have the opening face-off momentarily. Of course, you can check over on the regular, I believe that is the 10-band TV 1. It'll be the legend Matt Geica. He's calling the game from way up in Erie as Cathedral Prep is hosting Peters Township this evening. You've got me down here for a single A matchup. He's got a triple A matchup on one of our sister channels. One game tonight for me. Of course, I'll be back. I think I've just said I'm going to be helping out on Thursday with Mr. Kazarowski and the other legend, Matt Popchuk, down in Mount Lebanon. I'm going to be on with those two during their doubleheader, Thomas Jefferson, South Fayette, and I believe Mount Lebanon and Peters Township. So if I get down there, I'll be able to help them out this week. Next week, I am back here on Tuesday for the, I believe, Penn Trafford and can't even remember half my schedule. Tonight's actually helping me. An old legend of our Pittsburgh Hockey Digest is helping us out, Jared Todd Hunter. So I'm just looking, Todd Hunter, I don't know my schedule from day to day, let alone this. So I think it's Franklin Regional and Penn Trafford next Tuesday that I'm here covering. And then next Thursday, we picked one up thanks to the Wildcats Network. They offered it out whenever they realized they couldn't do it. So we've got a doubleheader, a big one from Kirk Nevin Arena, as the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars are heading down to face the Greater Latrobe Wildcats in what should be an instant classic and possible preview in that AA championship. If they both make it, you know how the postseason works around here, but right now they are fighting tooth and nail for that first position. So we get a little bit of a preview on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest on 10 Band TV next Thursday. As for this one, we're going to have 17 minutes the time frame. Kiski, West Allegheny. Special shout out to Todd Kazarowski sitting at home, making sure we're all working. Couldn't figure out why I wasn't on 10 Band's web. He was having a good time, but I'll be able to tell him in person how I feel about that. Oh, we always have a blast. Waiting for the officials to line them up. Looks like it's going to be Gross and Switalski, and the faceoff will be won by West Allegheny across. The Indians will try to dump it back in. It'll be blocked by Gross. Backhands it through. Williams is going to chase it down. Williams behind the net. Passes this one around for past Figley. It's going to go the length of the ice, and no icing on the call. They're going to have to chase it down. Bernanikov behind the net. Loses the puck. It's going to be picked up by Gross. Gross is going to carry it up across center ice. He's going to bring it across the blue. Coming around. It'll be backhanded out by Figley. Now it goes Switalski behind his own cage. Switalski will take this one, pass this one out, pass to Figley. Figley into the zone. Waits, comes to the circle shot on, save made by Walker. Rebound on the tap, goes wide of the net. Back around, Switalski into corner. Dumps this one on, save made. Rebound, Wineland couldn't finish it up. And out comes Bumbalski. Bumbalski into the area. He comes into the zone, opportunity shot. Low, save made, back around. Switalski will carry it back into with Wineland. Switalski will take the shot. Bumbalski all over him. A lot of eyes in this one, Todd Hunter. Back down it goes into the half wall. It'll be dumped in by West Allegheny. That's going to be Bernanikov trying to battle it around and leave it for Bumbalski. Back around, Bumbalski will take it. And dumped out, looking for Stanke coming across. Couldn't get to it, so back it goes with the lucky number 8, Brendan Burke, the captain. Both very young squads, these Indians and Cavaliers. Burke brings it across. It'll be tipped back out. Stanke coming down. Back around, it'll be regroup in their own zone. The Indians will pass it out. Passed, and looking for it is Jack. Jack couldn't get to it. So Matinkoski will take it and just dump this one back in front of the Indians bench into the near corner. Back and good enough for an icing. 15:03 remaining in the first. Scoreless here at the Palmer Imaging Arena. Face off to the left of Jake Walker. Walker, the junior. It's an .808 save percentage on the season. 14:58. We'll have another face-off to the left of the junior. It'll be won back by the Indians. Back to the point. Shot on. Tipped Smith with the shot. Couldn't get it on net. Goes back behind. Cavaliers have a hard time collecting it. It'll be picked up by Smith. Smith throws it to the slot. It'll go through to the half wall. Picking up. It'll be dumped in by Brendan Burke. Back around it'll go. And cleared out by Matinkoski. And down comes Haas, but it's going to go length for an icing call. 14:31 remaining in the first. Luke Nicholson will step in with Justin Gross. That'll be one out. And it'll be carried around by Nathan Athanas. Back into the zone. The Indians try to get to it. Nice play to separate the puck out, but running into his own player was Nicholson. Knoll couldn't get to it, so it'll be dumped back out to the point. Be cleared back in, and out comes Barrick. Barrick will dump that one back to the blue line. Back out Ortiz. Ortiz across. It's Knoll, but it's going to sit in the near corner. Matinkoski behind the net. Comes in on the backhand. Waits, throws one through the slot and out of the zone. Williams will chase it down. There goes Zach Williams. As the puck goes through the crease, no icing on the play. Williams looking for Ortiz. It's going to bounce back all the way to Barrick. Barrick backhands it up the wall, and he gets hit by Nicholson. They'll battle directly in front of us, where it'll be picked up by the Cavaliers and dumped back in. Athanas back into the circles. Takes the puck, dumps this one down. It's going to be knocked out of midair by Gross, but picked up by Knoll. Knoll has Ortiz to his left. Couldn't use him, so it's going to be picked up by Bombalski. Bombalski, 14 goals on the season for these Cavaliers. 15 points. The next closest is 5 points for Kiski. Back down into the zone. Wineland shot off of Walker's stick and out of play. Walker lost the stick on that opportunity. 12:55 remaining. We'll have a face-off coming up to the right of the junior netminder Walker. Sapolsky will step in, and it'll be one out by Patton. Burke behind. I'll battle all around. Stanke will take it top, blocked out. To the point, dumped in by Pradanikov. Around. Logan Green lays the hit behind the net, and it'll come back out of play. Picked up and carrying it in is Figley. We'll dump that one in, back up for Burke at the point. Brendan Burke will dump that one around. It'll be a little bit of help from Figley. Wineland battles around. Figley comes in for a little bit of help. It'll be Bombalski. 12:05 remaining in the first frame. Out it goes. It goes off the stick of Burke. An opportunity for Stanke going the way. He comes in all alone. Shot. Scores! Jake Stanke gets the goal. His first of the season for the senior. And it is 1-0 Kiski. Came in all alone on the breakaway and was able to fire one high on the stick side of the starter, Sauford. Sauford on the season, 0-1, a .730 save percentage. Danny Lewis and Derek Bradescu are the normal starters for West Allegheny tonight. It's an opportunity for Sauford. In comes Jack. Jack throws one through. Fallon couldn't get to it. Back over for Hall. Hall up along the half wall, picked up. Opportunity for Jack. Shot low. Save made by Walker. Hall looking out. That's going to be Fallick having a hard time with that one. And Hall gets knocked down by Fallick. Bombalski up for Wilson. Wilson dumps it in. It'll be around. He tries to cause a little bit of problem. Gross comes in with a little bit of pressure. The Indians will try to get it outside the zone. Wilson waits. Oh, it just comes in half a step offside. He tried to let it go so that it wasn't a touch, but unfortunately he just got over the line, and with 11:02 remaining, we'll have a face-off. Looks like directly in front of the West Allegheny bench. 1-0 Kiski leads here at Palmer Imaging Arena, formerly known as the Center Ice Arena. Down. coming across and dumped over. Romano can't get to it. Burke up for Romano. He tries to get it out. Patton, nice keeping. He gets hit for his troubles. Back around, and Burke will carry it out. Burke at 3-on-2 develops. Burke comes up, looks for Ortiz. He throws it on net instead. Back down it goes. Ooh, big hit in front. That's going to be Patton on Romano. Back down around, and it will be Haas behind the net. He'll dump this one up the half wall. Whoo, we're getting a little bit extracurriculars going behind. Back down, it'll be Hag. Throws one around, looking for Romano. Patton hits him from behind. That's going to be a penalty coming up. No goal on that one. As it was a delayed penalty, interference is going to be the call. 10-10 remaining in the first. We'll have a power play coming up. Patton will head to the box. Power play coming up for the Indians, who currently on the season are 19th in the league with 13.9% conversion rating. The penalty kill for the Kiski Cavaliers, 23rd. Wilson's going to carry it, and Wilson with opportunity. Oh, he gets stick checked nicely by Switalski, and they're going to call a penalty here. And that's going to even it up as we go 4-on-4. I call it a slash or a hook. I couldn't get the actual call on that play, but it'll go back out. Gross will try to win the faceoff. It'll be cleared out, dumped in by the Cavaliers. Back into the corner, dumped in. Burke around for Jack. Matinkoski waits, throws one around. It'll be done for Barrick. Barrick throws one. I think that hit the roof, but they're not going to call it. Back around Burke. It has a low ceiling here with some stanchions in between and some rafters. I think it bounced off of one of them, but it's hard to tell because of the color that it's painted. Out it comes. Another penalty coming up, and we have an injured player here. Coming in is Wineland. And Matinkoski can't get to it. Gross is going to touch it up. They're going to whistle it down. We do have an injured player on the ice. It is A.J. Jack. We're going to stick with the play down here for a couple seconds while they tend to him. And we'll be right back here at...
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know 10-Band TV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on 10-Band TV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
All right, so we're back here. Jack is on the bench getting checked out by the trainer. It is a penalty coming up. I don't know if they're calling a kneeing, but it's going to be a 4-on-3 advantage for the Indians. Gross, Bombalski, and Matinkoski out here for the Cavaliers. Figley, Burke, Athanas, and Fallick for the Indians. We picked up, carried in across. Athanas throws one on. Glove save made by Jake Walker. Figley gives it a little extra on that one, and it'll be held on to. 9:10 remaining. Well, the first penalty will expire in a minute 1. That'll be one served by the Indians. Second will be out at 1:10, and the third will be out at 1:41. It'll be cleared back in by the Cavaliers, shorthanded. Burke will collect it at the circle. Up across, throws one through, finds Figley. Up for Burke. Brandon Burke gets top of the circles. Burke waits. Goes back behind. Burke has Fallick in the slot. Waits, throws one across, nobody home. Picked up. Matinkoski will dump this one up along the half wall and out. It'll go the length. 31 seconds remaining on that first minor. It'll go to a 4-on-4 after that. For about 10 seconds, hit along the boards. We have I believe we have an injured Cavalier on the half wall. 2 Indians went in and no Cavaliers came out. They're going to check in here. 8:29 remaining in the first period. Getting up is the junior, Justin Gross. Sorry, the first minor will be Kiski. And then 9 seconds later will be Sutalski. And then it'll be about a 30-second power play for the Indians. Back out it goes. And we carried in by West Allegheny. Wineland drops one back. Hag can't finish up the play. It's going to be picked up. Stanke is going to come around. He's going to have an opportunity on a break. Stanke in all alone. Coming in shut. Scores. Roops it. And it is a 4-on-4 goal. It'll be even strength at 8:08 for Stanke. It is his second of the contest. And it is 2-0 Kiski. 8 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Then it'll be an abbreviated 34-second power play. Setting it up behind is Burke. Burke, penalty has expired. It'll be a West Allegheny advantage. Here comes Sutalski, 25 seconds remaining on that. Back Patton. Patton will dump this one in, back around. Short-handed, they are. So back around Smith. Smith goes in for the hit on Stanke, stands him up. Stanke goes around with Wineland. They'll battle. Another rundown, another takedown behind the net by Patton, and they'll carry it out. Jack back out, good. You like to see that after the interview. And there is a penalty coming up once again. With 1 second remaining on the first minor, they'll take another one. Patton heads in for a high stick. 7:27 remaining in the first. So look at a 5-on-3 will West Allegheny with 7:27 remaining. They'll get a player back almost immediately. Sutalski will get it out. Wineland will get this win back into the near corner. He'll backhand it across. Back out, it goes up to the point. Smith will take it. 1:52 remaining in the second penalty run here. Sutalski into the zone, taps one around. Back around, Smith can't get to it. Bembalski backhands it out. He'll clear it the length of the ice. Back down behind it goes. Burke will chase it down. Burke waits. Thinks about it, has Jack coming across, uses it. Jack up along the half wall in front of his own bench. Carries it across center, gets around the defenders into the zone. Opportunity here. Sutalski is with him, but Jack does get the puck back to Sutalski. Sutalski waits up to the point. Burke throws one down. Jack shot. Scores! And that's a goal by A.J. Jack. That'll be his 4th of the season, and it's 2-1. A power play goal for the West Allegheny Indians. Face-off coming up at center. Austin Fallick and Gross step in, Justin Gross. Back around, it'll be Figley. Into the circle shot off the blocker of Walker. Figley will dump this one around. Wilson. Looking up the point. Back out. It'll be dumped down through and a hit along the boards. Williams' shot was tipped off. Back around Barrick. Barrick on the backhand. For Fallick. Fallick will dump this one back behind. Matt and Kiski will take the puck in the near corner. Figley all over him. And around Knoll with a little bit of help, and it'll be dumped up off the roof and whistled dead with 5:52 remaining. 2-1 is your score. Kiski leading West Allegheny here at the Palmer Imaging Arena. Thank you for joining me here on this Tuesday evening. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Night. Berg Hockey live on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and the 10-Band TV network. Joining me tonight, a nice little detail, is an old buddy of Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, Jared Toddhunter, working the camera for me this evening. Find him on Toddhunter Productions. Toddhunter Prods, I believe is how it's phrased on his Twitter. He gives me that look that he always gives me, and we go back to action. It's to the right of Jake Walker. I miss that look. Nicholson will step in with Patton. It'll be one back across. Patton will take this one, dump this one up the half wall, and all the way the length of the ice. We'll have another face-off, 5:39 remaining. Once again, I won't be back in action technically on my own, but I think I'll be joining the legend Matt Popchalk in Mount Lebanon on Thursday for a doubleheader. There's Mount Lebanon and Peters Township tussle in the South Hills, followed by South Fayette and TJ. That doubleheader comes to you live on 10-Band TV proper. They demote me to color that night. Back around, here we go. Into the zone comes. I'm looking for Hall. Hall couldn't finish it up. Back around, Stanke couldn't get to it. He already has 2 in this contest. His first 2 of the season. Patton will dump this one out, and it'll go to Pradanikov. They'll battle out comes West Allegheny. It'll be tapped around. Patton has to play this one. A little bit of a problem there with Romano. Backed in by Bombalski up along to past Stanke, and it'll go back out to Athanas. Cleared across, and Williams will dump this one in the length of the ice, and it'll be stopped by Walker and held on to. 4:49 remaining in the first frame. We'll have another face-off. Face-off one across for Wineland. Wineland will try to get this one up to Switolski. He'll have to wait. Throws one that does make it in front, all the way out to Smith. Smith passes this one out, and it's shot on by Burke. They'll dump through the slot. They'll play catch, and out comes Bombalski. Bombalski with 14 on the season tries to get across the blue line. We'll dump this one off of the shoulder of the starter, Sauford. It'll go back down, and they'll regroup. Another penalty coming up. And coming into the zone, Wineland, and that is going to whistle dead on an offside call. And Gross is going to head off for a high stick, and with 4:12 remaining, another power play coming up for the West Allegheny Indians. Back into the, it'll come. Wineland across. I'll dump it for Burke. Burke throws one up through Smith. Switolski can't get to it. It'll be dumped and cleared up off of a player and kept in. Switolski will take it. Shot, looking for the tip in front. Opportunity. Smith behind. Looks for the backhand, but it's going to be picked up by Kiski and cleared out of the zone across the red. And here comes Burke. The captain will pass this one out for Smith. Smith leaves it for Burke. They'll play give and go. Back out it goes. Switolski will have to take it. They'll regroup. Smith will dump this one down for Jack. Jack throws one across for Wineland. It'll be dumped in on the backhand. He can't get the shot off. Blocked. Walker will redirect that one outside. Jack with the West Allegheny goal. Comes in to the top of the circles across. Burke waits. Back to Jack. Goes past him, but Switolski's ready to grab it. Switolski comes in. Save made by Walker. Rebound goes back down. Switolski around. Jack Jack throws one on a hard angle. Save made by Walker. Back down it goes. Koski couldn't get to it. It's going to bounce off the half wall. And it's going to be back, and Switalski will take it. Throws one across. Opportunity for Jack. Jack shot. Save made by Walker. Rebound comes back to Jack on the half wall. Back into the corner. Skates it out. Looks for Switalski, and we're going to have net came off. Face off outside. 2:48 remaining in that first frame. 2-1 is your score. Kiski leading West Allegheny. And I did figure out who I'm covering next Tuesday right here at Palmer Imaging Arena. It's Bishop McCourt and Penn Trafford in a AA matchup. Wasn't Franklin Regional. I'm putting together my second half schedule currently, and there are a couple teams on it. They're getting some love in half season. Figley will bring it in, blocked out, and it'll be dumped up along by Bombalski. He'll just clear this one length of the ice. 19 seconds remaining in the penalty. Hag will chase it behind the net. He'll just leave it. And out comes Nathan Athanas. Athanas up for Figley. Noah Figley has the battle with that one. Back up and cleared up off the glass, but did not touch that. Did not touch that neshing on the outside, so they'll have an icing call. 2:04 remaining in the first. It looks like my second half starting to look like a lot of single games. A couple trips up to Pittsburgh Ice in to see those Burl Bucks and the Plum Mustangs again. A couple games here at Palmer Imaging Arena. A couple games at Kirk Nevin and a couple games at Alpha. Working on possibly one game at Barrel, too. Gross. Back around, cleared down, up and through. Fallick will take this puck and across center. Into the zone, gets around a couple defenders. Bombalski lets him go back. They regroup, get in position. Fallick will take that shot. It'll go off the bar and out. Big play by Fallick. Couldn't finish it up. 1:36 remaining in the first frame. Nicholson and Gross will step in. Down on a bounce on net and save made by Walker. The face off to the right of the Cavaliers netminder. Gross will step in with Nicholson. It'll be one across, and Gross will just tap this one out. Burke will get to it. Bombalski behind the net has to stave off one defender. Burke keeps it in the zone. Gross takes him down. No penalty on that play. They'll battle along the half wall and wait. 1:18 remaining in the period. Working in slow motion here. Back it goes. It'll be picked up by West Allegheny and dumped back in. They're onside. It'll be brought back around, shot on high and through the crease. It'll go back out for Burke. Burke will fall down while he's playing. It'll be kept in by Ortiz nicely. Nicholson down for Romano. Up for Nicholson, can't get to it. Ortiz shot just wide of the net. Back around it goes. Burke can't get to it, and we have another penalty coming up. There's an argument from the bench. They are getting both players. The Cavaliers are getting a high stick on Gross. Ortiz is getting a roughing minor. 4-on-4 is what they're going to call. I got to remember to shut that off every once in a while because I keep forgetting the thing with 48.1 seconds remaining. Switalski steps in with Patton. Sorry, 5-on-5 here. Face-off will be one back for Burke. Burke gets around a defender, but he can't quite make that full move, so it gets back in. Operate Wineland will bounce that one out. Switalski can't get to it. Wilson does bounce it back out. In comes Jack. Jack will dump this one around. Looking at Wineland. Matinkoski gets to it first. Gonna be regrouped, thrown in front by Jack for Switalski. Save made by Walker. 21.1 seconds remaining in the frame. Switalski will step in. With Luke Patton. Got Wineland. Comes in, shakes off a defender, shot through Walker, save made, rebound. Jack couldn't finish it up. Back down up to the point, 12 seconds remaining in the period. It'll be shot on, tipped in front. Switalski couldn't get to it. Picked up by Matt and Koski. He'll bounce this one up off the near wall. Burke attempts to keep it in, couldn't do so. 3 seconds to go in the period. Back behind, and that will be how the first period ends with your score. The West Allegheny Indians 1, the Kiski Cavaliers 2. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and 10-Band TV. We'll be back with your second period.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up Sports Training System. Improve your reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Back here with the second period. West Allegheny trailing Kiski 2-1. 2 goals by Jake Stanke and a goal by AJ Jack. We'll stick around for the second intermission. We'll talk about what's going on around the 6 games that are being played in the PIHL this week. This evening. Of course, you have that one that you can watch on 10-Band TV up in the North Hill. In the Erie, not the North Hills. It's very North Hills. As Cathedral Prep and Peters are facing off up there, and at about 9:20, about 40 minutes from now, on the North Catholic Sports Network, North Catholic will face off. Back around it goes, carrying it out. I believe they have Montour this evening. Figley into the zone, across for Wineland. Wineland shot, save made by Walker and held on to 16:42. Little extracurriculars once again. 2 young teams. It's been a trial by fire season. A lot of things don't tend to go well in these situations, but they are making the best of it. Shot on by Wineland, save made. Back down, it'll be cleared up and kept in. Williams' shot will be gloved down by Walker. Of course, you wouldn't look to see it, but Kiski, the defending single-A champions in the Penguins Cup, graduated a lot of their firepower from last season. And of course, Bryce, their goaltender. Jake Walker stepping in admirably. Back down, Williams will dump this one down, around for Bombalski. Pradanikov has a hard time around looking for Williams. Williams will just dump this one in for Wineland. Wineland up to the slot and cleared back down. Williams will collect back into the zone. Bombalski will take the puck and it'll be chased around. He'll pass this one out for Barrick, but he's muscled off by Athanas. Back around, Wineland will pass this one over. Finds Figley. He gets around a defender nicely. Figley comes in on a hard shot, looks for the tip, and Frank can't get it. Hill will backhand this one out. Athanas will take this one top of the circle, shot in. Gets through Switalski, looking for the tip, though. Back up to the point. Shot on by Hag, and it'll be cleared wide of the net. Back downhill on the backhand, dumps this one out, finds a streaking Barrick. Barrick gets in, but it's going to be picked by Smith. Smith will pass this one back out. Looking for Fallick, it'll just go around. And that will be Pradanikov. Has a hard time, it'll bounce around the net. The Indians are circling back around. Hag can't get to it, and it's going to be picked up and carried out by Stanke, looking for the HT here. Back down, Hag gets separated from the puck by Barrick. Bombalski will throw this one in. Stanke shot on a rebound. Save made and holding on to it nicely is Sawford. And we have a little extra going on that. We do have an injury on the play. We'll be back as they're going to check in on the injured player.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
All right, we are back here as Nick Hag gets up. He was the injured Indian. Let's see what they're going to, if they're going to dish out any penalties for this. It does not look like it. So 14:46 remaining in the second. Kiski leading 2-1. Nicholson will step in with Patton. One by Patton, back to Bombalski. Bombalski shakes off a defender, and he'll dump this one in, and it'll go to Stanke. He can't get to it, so it's going to be carried out by Johnny Ortiz. Ortiz gets stick checked, and Stanke will dump this one in behind the net. Around for Burke. Burke on the backhand around. Going to be picked up and passed out by Athanas, who gets it up for Ortiz, but backhanded cleared across. They were offside. Good job to get back on. Bombalski will pass this one out past everybody. It goes the length of the ice. They are not going to call icing on the play. Athanas will pass this one out looking for Knoll. It'll be picked up by Stanke. He'll get it in the half wall. Stanke will get hit in the near corner, back around. Patton behind the net. Throws one up behind. Picked up by Athanas, who goes out for Pradanikov. Pradanikov around, picked up by Nicholson. Nicholson into the zone. Throws one wide of the net. He gets rubbed up by Patton. It'll go back behind. Pradanikov will have to leave this one for Nicholson. And out they go. Stanke will dump this one the length of the ice, and icing is the call with 13:24 remaining in the second frame. 2-1 is your score. West Allegheny and Kiski. Switalski's going to step in with Gross. Face-off's going to be one over to Figley. Looking for Switalski, but it goes past him for Barrick. He's going to bounce on net. Matt Koski will pass this one out, and it'll be picked up by Hag back down behind the net. Switalski can't get to it. So carrying it out is Barrick, who gets thrown. It's going to be a shot and a goal. I believe that is, looking for a number, was that Wineland on the backhand? John Wineland gets the goal, and it's 2-2. 13:07 remaining in the second frame. Wineland gets his second of the season, the sophomore. Swatowski will win the face-off back. Hag will dump this one in behind. Barrick into the zone. He'll backhand it up and out of play. This netting does lean in over play by about probably 2 feet over a 5-foot, no, probably about a 10-foot length. So it's a little bit tough on those clearing passes. It'll be back down and won by the Indians, but tipped back out nicely by Wilson. It's Dakota Wilson. Back around. Swatowski tries to get around one defender, but it'll be picked up. Matankowski bounces one off the defender. Gross has to come in and protect that puck. Throws it around for Barrick. Hag throws one in center. Opportunity save made by Walker, and it'll be cleared up. Wilson carrying it out of the zone. Dakota Wilson will dump this one in. He'll chase it down. Of course, Jonah Enlick with him is their normal backup goaltender for Kiski. He's playing defense. Oh, sorry, some forward for them this season. He's playing both positions. Enlick will dump this one across. Matankowski. Up, down. Swatowski will carry it out. Back into the zone. Swatowski, 4-on-1 develops. Swatowski shot scores. Swatowski just goes glove on Walker, and it's 3-2 West Allegheny. For Swatowski, that is his 10th of the year. Here's him. And we'll face off at center at 12:05, the time of the goal by Swatowski. Alec will step in with Patton. A regroup. We'll get across back in. Be cleared out. Matankowski will have to chase it back into his own zone. Back around. Clears one down. Passed and picked up and carried out by Patton. Luke Patton will carry it to the half wall to be kept in by Matankowski. He comes into the slot. 4 red shirts in front of him, but it's going to be a penalty coming up against the Indians. Hooking call will be assessed here. 11:41 remaining, and a power play coming up for the Kiski Cavaliers. Valak will get the hooking penalty. Swatowski will step in. And they run into each other in the dot, but Matankowski will take the puck back around. Bumbalski keeps it in, comes to the top of the circle, shot blocked. Rebound across, shot. Rebound comes across, and it knocked down was Green, and back out it goes. Matankowski thinks about it, throws over to Bumbalski. Ethan Bumbalski waits, thinks about it, throws one across. Matankowski will wait. He's going to use that outlet once again as he falls down. Bumbalski gets separated by Swatowski. He brings it into the zone. Swatowski gets around a couple defenders, taps it around. Opportunity to get around Walker, goes for the wrap. It's going to be blocked by Bumbalski. He comes back on the short side and just goes back behind. Kiski, 1:17 remaining in the minor, will dump this one back out right to Swatowski. He'll regroup, bring it back in. Bumbalski in front of him comes around Bumbalski and will be separated. Bumbalski carrying it into the zone. Head of steam across. Bumbalski in through the defense. Bumbalski comes in, shot. Tries for the wrap. It's going to be in the net, and it will be a goal by Ethan Bumbalski. Power play goal for the Kiski area Cavaliers. 10:34 remaining in the minor. In the period. We're tied at 3. Bumbalski just got that head of steam, and it looked like that Sauford made the first move, was able to make the save, and the puck just crawled through and rolled across the line. He lifted his leg just long enough for the referee to see it. And with 10:34 remaining, we're tied up at 3. Face-off coming to the right of Sauford. Nicholson steps in with Gross. It'll be won by Gross. Bumbalski loses the puck on the clearing attempt, on the shot attempt. It'll be knocked out by Knoll. Bumbalski will have to chase it back into his own zone on the backhand. Up for Gross. Gross tips one across. Has to find Wilson. Wilson with a little bit of help there. Nice play to get the assist on his teammates. Back down it goes and into the zone. Williams behind the net. Takes a check, looks up to the right side, dumps one up, and Pradanikov will leave this one for his, it'll be dumped down on Sawford, who makes the save and just drops it. Back out it goes past Romano, past Bumbalski, and it'll go the length of the ice, and they'll have another icing call. 9:49 remaining in the second period. Matinkoski checks with Patton. Patton steps in with Nicholson. Faceoff will be won by Nicholson back. Hag will pass this one out to Jack. Jack gets around a defender. Comes up, goes past to Smith. Has to go for a little bit of a work on that one. Smith dumps this one down, and it'll be picked up. Jack waits, throws around. It'll be picked up, coming the other way. Opportunity. Oh, unable to finish it was Fallick, and he'll hold on to it. Kiski got lucky there as Fallick couldn't hold on to the puck. And Walker was able to find it and smother it. 9:25 remaining in the second. 3-3 is your score. Face-off won by the Indians. Williams, top of the circle, shot just wide. Walker falls on it, holds on. 9:19 remaining. Face-off one over to the Cavaliers, kept in nicely by Hag. He gets hit for his troubles. Back down, it'll be cleared up by Matinkoski, and Williams will have to chase this one back into his zone. Stanke all over him. It'll be passed up. Fallick. Fallick leaves this one through. He does stay on the puck, back into the zone. Jack in front of him, but he's going to be Fallick. Throws one through. And picked up Hag. It'll be cleared out, and they'll all have to regroup. As Barrick back into the zone. Barrick with Jack. Back down. It'll be cleared up by Patton, but not out. Hag on the half wall. Separated out, and here come Barrick. Barrick with Stanke, gets around, but he couldn't keep the puck on the move. It'll be cleared back to Jack. Picks up the puck and passes this one out to the point. Be shot in by Patton and picked up by Nicholson. Nicholson coming the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's dropped for Hag, and he doesn't pick it up. Jack keeps it outside the zone. They'll regroup. Jack coming in. Waits, throws one across. Hag can't get to it. Wineland holding on to it. Back out and picked up and carried out by Wilson. Wilson had his steam across center, separated before he got to the blue. John Wineland and across the blue. Comes to the top of the circle, shot, scores! 4-3 Indians. As Johnny Wineland fires one glove side on Walker. And it is a goal at 7:38 in this frame. Stolsky will step in with Gross. Face will be won by Gross forward. Wineland coming in with the helper. Wineland into the zone. Looks for the backhand shot on by Switolski. Save made. It'll be picked up by Figley. Back looking for Switolski. It'll be cleared up and past Burke. Burke will have to chase it back into his own zone. A little bit of pressure there from Wilson. He'll get back up as far as, and Figley will pick it up. Figley into the zone. Shot back behind. Picked up Pradanikov. Back down Wineland. Looking for the point, but it's going to be picked up, and Gross can't get to it. Switolski at the slot. Throws one across for Wineland. He tips it back into the corner. It'll be dumped in. Save made Back down Walker, standing tough and holding on to it. 6:54 remaining in the second frame. 4-3 is your score. Back around it goes, picked up. Ortiz looking for the backhand, fights with Gross. They'll go back in the corner. Bumbalski throws one back out. Gross with Ortiz. Ortiz brings it in, picked up by Bumbalski. Carrying it out. Bumbalski will take it. Burke around, finds Ortiz. Ortiz can't get it out to Gross. Gross hits Ortiz for his troubles. Back out they come. Knoll tries to get around Bumbalski. Shakes him off. Bumbalski will take the puck, and on the backhand will flick this one back into the zone. And that'll be cleared in by Jonah Enlick. Brandon Burke waits. Gross will dump this one in front. Opportunity. Enlick with an opportunity. It's going to be a penalty coming up against the Indians. It'll be a hooking minor. 5:58 remaining. Power play coming up for the Kiski Cavaliers. Matt Koski will step in with Switowski, and it'll go back down Williams. Bounces this one out, Matt Koski for Patton, and it'll be cleared out as far as the blue line, but it's kept in by and shot on by Bumbalski. He'll score on the power play, and it'll be 4-4. 5:45 remaining. Face-off coming up at center. Fallick and Patton will step in the center. Cleared back to the point. It'll be cleared up and does stay in. Back into the near corner. It'll be picked up. Bumbalski with Jack on him. Bumbalski passes this one around for Matt Koski, but it's going to be a bad bounce comes across. Nicholson couldn't finish it up, so it's going to be picked up, and coming the other way is Barrick. Barrick's shot just wide of the netminder Sauford, and it'll go back around. Picking it up, Smith gets hit, and it's going to be a penalty coming up against Kiski. Looks like a kneeing call is what they're going to get interfered. Yep, they're going to give the kneeing call on that one. It'll be a power play coming up for West Allegheny. 5:15 remaining. Patton heading off. Gonna have to check the scoreboard for this one to see who has how many penalties in this, because that could be coming up on a category there. Swatowski will chase this one behind the net. As Wilson, with a little bit of pressure, goes over to Burke. Burke thinks about it, leaves it for Wineland. Comes into the zone. Power play. There's a minute 42 remaining on it. Wineland looking back. He'll get the puck back in the corner. He'll carry behind the net. Throws one in front. Oh, Swatowski will take the shot just wide. Walker wasn't ready for it. Luckily, it went wide. Burke back down. Jack. Jack across. Shot. Save made. Rebounds. It's around. Nice save by Walker, and it's going to be cleared out nicely by Gross, and it'll be regrouping West Allegheny. Bumbalski takes one, bounces one off of Smith. Smith gets around a defender, throws one to the slot. Swatowski couldn't hold on to it. He'll have to regroup back at the point. Swatowski throws one down for Jack, goes past him. It'll be Wineland passing it back for Jack in the corner. He takes the puck back up to Burke. Burke waits, fakes one out, goes back across Swatowski. Shot through two. And Burke will have to regroup. A little confusion at the point. Swatowski shot low and blocked. Back out comes Bumbalski. And it'll be kept in, and they're going to call offside here with 3:53 remaining in the second frame. 38 seconds remaining in the penalty. And a face-off coming up directly in front of us to our right. Once again, I'll be back here next week for Penn Trafford Bishop McCourt, and then heading down 66 and slightly off of 119 over to Kirk Nevin Arena for a twin bill. The first game being Thomas Jefferson and Greater Latrobe. Fallick will carry this one into the zone. Fallick throws one just wide of the net. Throw this one across. It'll be picked up by Barrick. Knoll shot will be gloved down by Walker and held on to. Two seconds remaining on the penalty. The back half of my doubleheader will involve Greensburg-Salem. It's not up on the site. Back around it goes. Green will have this one shaken off. Patton behind the net. They cleared up, and Hag will get hit by Patton into the zone. Fallick. Penalty has expired. Fallick coming around, has Knoll with him. Fallick and Knoll. Oh, big hit by Patton on Fallick. Up across, and it goes back out. Hag, and penalty coming up. Who are they going to get? It's going to be on Fallick. Hooking minor at 2:48 remaining, and power play coming up for the Cavaliers. Face-off coming to the left of Sauford. 4-4 is your score. Power play to the Cavaliers. Shot off the face-offs held on to by Sauford. My last game of the calendar year will be Montour Greensburg Salem next Thursday, the back half of the TJ Greater Latrobe doubleheader. Walker will just fall on that one. Leaves it for Matankowski. Matankowski will pass this one over from the Bombalski. Matankowski. Bombalski falls down. Back to Matankowski. Down across. Burke takes the puck and will dump this one back in past Walker. Bombalski. Pass to Jack. Patton will get the puck. Swatowski will get it out, and Bombalski comes the other way. Ethan Bombalski into the zone. Comes in, gets around the defenders. Throws one wide open. Shot. Scores! Matt Barrick with the goal. And at 2:04 remaining in the second period, Kiski takes a 5-4 lead. For Matt Barrick, the senior, it'll be his fourth of the season. 5-4 is your score. There is another detail that I'm going to let you know at the intermission, just so everybody's aware. It is 2:04 remaining in the second frame. We still have the intermission, and there's only 23 and a half minutes remaining on the Cinderella clock. So it'll be dumped in past. Down Wineland will carry it out, passes it back out Figley. Figley has Smith with him 2-on-1 if they hurry. Over across, Wineland takes it from Smith, but it's going to be put back for Smith in the corner. He'll pass it back to Hag, who goes wide of the net. Back down Hag. Across. He picked up and cleared up. Athonis brings it into the zone. Hag for Smith. It'll be shot. Save made. Rebound goes back into the corner. Hag will throw this one around. It'll bounce off of the wall. Rebound comes back across the slot. Athonis shot. Save made. Held on to Walker. 1:15 remaining in the second frame. So if we drop back, Bumbalski will throw this one past Athonis, and it'll be Wilson chasing it down. Wilson has Hag in front of him. Hag will get to it. Back around. It'll come back out of the zone. Picked up by Pradanikov, and he'll dump it around. He'll leave it up for Switowski. Shot scores, and it is 5-5, 55.2 seconds remaining in the second period. Well, the one thing I didn't say in the pregame, I talked about how it was hard to score goals as these two teams. Well, you look on the other side of that equation, both teams were giving up 8 goals a game this season, so 5-5. Jack will take the puck, passes this one out, picks up by Burke. Burke around. It'll be shot back out to the point and cleared up. Figley dumps this one out with 38 seconds remaining in this frame. Back it goes. It'll be picked up, and Bumbalski will dump this one out for Gross. Gross can't get to it. It's going to be cleared up and back across Wilson, and they'll get tied up there. Hall will dump this one on net and held on to by Sauford. And with 21.2 seconds remaining, of another face-off to the left. Luke Sauford. Sauford is sophomore. He won back to the point and cleared behind. Thrown in front, opportunity. Stan K looking for the hat trick, couldn't finish it up. It'll bounce up along the half, all 10 seconds remaining in the period. Wineland, 5-5 is your score. 4 seconds remaining in the frame. Wineland throws one in front, nobody home. It's gonna go back out Burke, and that will be the end of the second frame here at the Palmer Imaging Arena. It is Kiski 5, the West Allegheny Indians 5. We'll be back with your second.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
All right, back here at the Palmer Imaging Arena, it is 5-5 as Joe cuts the ice. Kiski and the West Allegheny Indians all tied up in what has been a barn burner so far here in Delmont. We're going to look in that scoreboard in a second whenever I can realize where I'm looking. There it is. Let's look at see how this one ended up. We go right from the PIHL hockey website. Luke Patton got the first 2 goals for Kiski. Make it 2-0 at 5:02 and 8:52. AJ Jack with his second of the season, I believe. Or no, sorry, his 4th of the season. Made it 2-1. John Wineland and Brendan Swatowski received goals at 3:53. Sorry, yeah, that says what it says, right? You're seeing it 3:53. We'll look at that back in replays whenever I look at it later. Kiski got a goal back at 6:26 before John Wineland and Ethan Bombalski scored at 9:22 and 11:15. And Brendan Swatowski closing out the scoring for the second period at 16:05. 5-5 is your score. In goal, Luke Sawford with 6 saves on the day. Jake Walker stopping 16. Let's go around the league. We got a final from the Cambria County War Memorial. Richland defeating Hampton. Richland, goals from Noah Bryden and Jack Lawrence to start. Sean Sullivan was able to get back within 1 before Noah Bryden got his second of the contest. Sullivan was able to match him with his second before Brady Rex, and then a hat trick in the first period for Sullivan made it 4-3 Richland going into the break. Richland was come out with Connor Bethman to make it 5-3 before Daniel Leas and Eli Schwartzbach tied it up by the end of the frame. That was a 16:34 goal for Schwartzbach to tie things up. But in the third, it was Jack Lawrence getting his second of the game to make it 6-5 at 1:08 in the period, and that was how it ended. 6-5 was your final from there. Alea Ladika stopped 36 pucks in the win for the Richland Rams, and it was William Schwerin stopping 25 for the Hampton Talbots. From Erie Bank Sports Park, you can switch over on another network, on our network here of 10 Band TV, and check out Cathedral Prep in Peters Township. Camden Martin and Logan Taylor exchanging goals at approximately the exact same time of the first 2 periods. 4:30 for Camden Martin of the first, and Logan Taylor at 4:41 of the second. And they are looking to come towards that break. Well, they got about 10 minutes or so to that break. I'll actually go ahead and look into that game because I can just go and load it up on 10band.tv. There are no other games other than this one going on right now. Oh, sorry, Wheeling Park, Westmont Hilltop. Wheeling Park leading 5-0. Wheeling Park having a phenomenal season so far. Cooper Abraham with 4 goals in that contest already. And Caden Lyons with the additional one. So, yes, in goal for Wheeling Park is Haley Hastings, 8 saves. 26 saves for Megan Harbaugh from Westmont Hilltop. Let me load up the 10-band wagon here and see what we've got going on at Erie Bank Sports Park. DJ TV, I believe, is what he is helping us out today up at Erie Bank Sports Park. It is still 1-1. We've got about 1:42 remaining in the second frame. Matt Geica, of course, the legend, is on the call. The DJ Network. And that is a tap around and cleared out by... I don't know why I'm calling the game right now, but I'm just... it's pretty cool. And if you've ever had a chance to go to Erie Bank Sports Park, this is a tough facility to get a game broadcast from. I've done broomball tournaments and hockey games from it, but it is a really cool facility. The porch is right there, so if you're standing at the railing, it's about 20 feet straight down is where the boards are. So you don't get any view of the near boards. It's insane. All right, we're going to switch back as our Zamboni is back off the ice. It is 5-5 here. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night at the Palmer Imaging Arena. We'll put players back on the ice momentarily. Back here at the Palmer Imaging Arena, 5-5 is your score. West Allegheny and Kiski. They did add some time onto the Cinderella clock. There's about 30 minutes remaining on it as we go 17 minutes the distance. Will be the time that we have here. These two teams have been feisty with each other so far in this contest. Multiple penalties. Gross will step in with Switolski, and it'll be one back by the Indians. Williams will have to chase it back into the zone. Gross and Williams battle. The puck goes into the air. Gross will end up with it. Williams ends up on the ice. He'll pick up the puck, and it'll be carried out by Wineland. Figley. Delayed offside was thwarted. Back around it goes. Figley falls down. It'll come back out. Switolski looking for Williams. It's going to be kept in nicely by Williams. Tries to get it across, but back out it goes to Athanas. Athanas will leave this one for Wineland, who has to regroup back in his own zone. Wineland on the backhand. Back for Wilson. Wilson gets rubbed out of that one. Back around for Barrick. Barrick and Figley along the half wall. It'll be cleared back up past Finley. Oh, Switolski gets around behind Barrick. It'll be thrown out to the point. Figley shot. Doesn't get all of that one. It's going to go back on. Picked up by Matt Noski. It'll be cleared up and out. Hag will have to chase this one down. 15:50 remaining. The Indians will pass this one around. It'll be picked up by Athanas, and it'll have to be regrouped back in. Hag behind, throws this one around. Athanas Up for Wineland. Bounces off a skate, and Manowski will give it up. Nicholson runs into the, Fallick will run into the official. Fallick, the top of the circle, shot, save made. Walker, rebound, comes right back out. Wilson will pick it up, and it's going to be cleared out, picked up by Patton. The scoreboard says he has a 2 spot on the day. And the junior will throw this one on. Sauford will catch it, hold on to it, and we'll face off to the right. West Allegheny will carry it out. Jack into the zone, throws one on. Save made, held on to, and it goes in. That's a goal. West Allegheny will score. They're going to talk about it for half a second. Let's see what they have to say. It went through Walker and in the net. They're going to call it a goal on the ice. 14:51, 6-5, West Allegheny leads. Patton will step in with Fallick. Be one back, dumped up off the boards. Pradanikov will leave this one back. He'll regroup. A little bit of pressure there from the Indians. Back it goes. Patton up along the half wall. They'll be cleared back. Pradanikov back for Bombalski. Pradanikov will separate the puck from Smith. Be passed up the half wall. Hag shot goes off the glove of Walker. Jack across looking for Smith. Smith into the zone. Comes in on a backhand save made by Walker. Rebound comes back around to the half wall. To the corner. Back up to the half wall. Green. Oh, and a big hit. And cleared up. Jack comes in. Stanke and Burke will get into it. And we have an icing on the play. 14 minutes remaining in the third frame. No face-off coming in down in the corner. Nicholson steps in with Gross. Face-off one back to Nicholson, but it's going to be Kiski taking the possession on the way out. Wilson out of the zone. Wilson going across, blocked off Gross. Gross looking for Bombalski. Bombalski shakes off one defender, but the pressure's starting to fall. Does kept it nicely, but out it goes. Ortiz. Ortiz into the zone. Ortiz comes in on the backhand save. Walker. Rebound comes back out for Nicholson. It'll be shot in and back to the point. Nicholson. Shot wide of Walker. Ortiz in the corner. Back down. Knoll. Back up Williams. Williams for Nicholson. He'll leave it for Knoll. And it's going to be picked up by Bobalski and carried out. Ethan Bobalski on the half wall. Waits, thinks about it, throwing through. Opportunity here for Kiski. Couldn't finish up the play. It'll come back out to the point. Bobalski, shot. And it'll be off of Nicholson. Nicholson down slow to get up, and it'll be a save by Sauford, and he'll hold on. Nicholson heads back to the bench. 12:51 remaining in the frame. 6-5, West Allegheny leading. Patton steps in with Switowski. Cleared around looking for Figley. And it'll be kept out. Matnowski loses the puck. Wineland watches it go by for an icing call. 12:41 remaining. Face-off coming to the left of Luke Sauford. Hag behind the net, throws one up. Patton with the takeaway. Patton waits, fires one on, save made. Rebound goes back behind. Green chasing it down, 2 red shirts on him. Coming in is Patton. A little bit of help here. Back up to the point, and it's going to be passed out. Carrying it in is Wineland. He'll shoot this one wide of the net. Sotolsky will pass this one around for Wineland. He can't get to it. Figley will chase it down, but Burke will get there first. Figley with a little bit of help at the point. His shot goes on, save made. Rebound held on to by Walker. Second shot by Sotolsky is also saved. 12:03 remaining. 6-5, West Allegheny Indians lead. Patton and Sotolsky. It'll be one back. Wineland shot just wide of Walker. Up it goes. Barrick will pass this one up to Wineland. Back down off the high stick of Figley. They'll wait for it. Kiski will just let the whistle happen for a high stick. We'll have another face-off. It's going to come all the way back on the high stick. Valek steps in with Patton. Face off one back by Patton, by Valek, and it'll be Burke coming around. Jack on the half wall. Back around. Valek will pass this one up for Smith. Smith gets around, a defender comes in, shot, scores! And that's a goal by Max Smith. Max Smith, his 6th goal of the season, the senior. And it is 7-5 West Allegheny. Valek gets thrown out of the dot, and Jack will step in. He'll win it back. Burke into the zone with Jack. Gets it up to Jack, tipped on. Walker save made, gloves it down. 11:25 remaining. Face off to the left of Walker. One back by the Indians. It'll be cleared out by Spurk, and it'll be an offside. Falek steps in with Gross. Face off one forward by Falek. Most misplaying that one was Pradanikov. Back for Gross. Gross gets around a defender and it'll be blocked back out. It'll be cleared up off of the post and out. Bombalski will collect. Ethan Bombalski tipped out past Jack. Jack and Bombalski in the near corner. Help comes in, Falek. Picked up by Bombalski, and he'll be carrying it across the red, across the blue. Smith falls down. Shot on, just wide of Sofford. Gross takes the puck, looks for traffic, and it's going to be a save made by Sofford. Back down, Bombalski can't hold on to it. Smith has a hard time getting out of the zone, kept to the point and cleared out. Gross is going to pick the puck up. Gross carrying it through. A couple defenders will be tipped back out. Pradanikov up around. Smith waits for Nicholson to get onside. Does do so, but has a hard time getting around the other defenders. And here comes Bombalski, who shoots one on. Save made by Sofford and held on to. 10:03 remaining in the third frame. And we'll have another face-off inside the Indian zone. Nicholson will step in with Patton. Stanke will take the puck in the near corner. Waits, throws one on the backhand. It's going to be cleared up past Barrick, and it'll be out of the zone. Romano falling down. Mankowski will pass this one over for Barrick. Barrick tries to get around a defender, does do so. Romano has a hard time with that one on the backhand. It'll be cleared up past Green. Hag will take the puck. It'll be back up for Ortiz. Be cleared in past for Mankowski. West Allegheny will pass this one back in where Patton will stop it. At the center, Mankowski across the blue, gets through the defense. Waits. Picked up by Green. Green got hit by Ortiz, back Mankowski. Waits back down. Nicholson out to the point. Barrett can't handle it, and an opportunity. Romano couldn't play it, so he'll have to wait in front of his own bench for a little help. And he'll just dump this one in across. Finds Ortiz, who dumps this one wide of the net. Barrick. Switowski can't get to it, so it'll be Wineland, and he's going to be able to get it out of the zone, but not so far. Falling down was Figley, and he gets hit on the way down. No penalty on that play. Back around it goes, cleared up and out. Williams back into the zone. Williams waits, throws this one up on the backhand out of the zone, and it will be actually kept in momentarily. Switowski will have to recollect and get around the first defender into the zone. Switowski comes in, throws one in front. Opportunity for Green. He can't get it out of the zone, but it'll be Patton out of the zone. Patton carrying across the blue. Throws one on net. Save made by Sauford. Around for Stanke. Stanke will dump this one up along the half wall and cleared out. Bombalski around a couple defenders into the zone. Head of steam. Gets around a third defender. Two on him, shot on. Backhand was off the toe of Sauford. Rebound comes out and picked up by West Allegheny. Into the zone comes Figley. Figley gets around for Vanikov, and Bombalski waits. We had a little extracurricular in the far corner. Switowski around. Throws one to the near corner. It'll be up to the point. Wait, shot on. Was kept out. Switowski. Falls on, shot on, saved by Walker. Rebound comes back to Williams. Williams will tap this one in behind. Switowski up to the point. Stanke up around, looking for Green. Got up to the point. Bombalski. It's a little bit of trouble with that puck, and he'll regroup around into the zone. Shot on, save made, held on to by Sauford. 6:47 remaining in the third frame. It is 7-5 West Allegheny. Barrick will dump. We'll watch this one go all the way back in the zone on to Walker. One of the hidden highlights of this rink a couple seasons ago, they removed the center-hung scoreboards that were real low in this rink. A lot of delay, a lot of whistles for delays due to it. And they replaced them with the end zone scoreboard. Mankowski will take the puck, and they'll wait. Shot on by Gross, looks for the tip in front, nobody home. Out they go. Back around, Barrick bounces one off a defender. Smith will hold on to it. Barrick up and around for Hag. Nick Hag behind the net. Throws this one through everybody for Mankowski. And Barrick will pass it out for Gross. Gross into the zone. Looking to get back into this one. Shot, save made by Sauford, and rebound will be held on to 5:45 remaining. Looking out of town. Richland beating Hampton. Wheeling Park over Westmont Hilltop. We have a 7-5 here in Peters Township and Cathedral Prep. Tied at 2. Was it? Hold on. North Catholic leading Butler 2-0 at UPMC also. Back around and cleared up. Opportunity here. Fallick comes in, shot. Save made by Walker. He has no clue where it is. It's picked up by Smith. Smith in the near corner. Comes in, drops one behind, tip in front. Opportunity bounces around. Hag keeps it in. At the point, Hag's shot was a turner and a burner on the ground. Up around looking for Jack. Jack will dump this one in behind. Past Fallick, goes around. And Burke will just dump this one in. Gross. And Jack will battle along the half wall. It'll come back down. And Matt Kiski will dump this one the length, but it'll go on net. Sauford will leave it for Hag. A little bit of pressure there from Wilson. Hag will take the puck. Wait, think about it. 4:48 remaining in regulation. Jack will carry it out. Jack across the blue. Shot on, saved by Walker. Held on to 4:41 remaining. Face-off coming to the right of Walker. Nicholson steps in with Patton. Another one back to Williams. Williams' shot was off a leg. Back around it goes. Picked up by Green. Green will bounce this one off of the boards and behind. Bodanikov had a hard time with that one in the corner. It'll be picked up and shot in, tipped in front and out to the corner. Pass to Williams. Williams carries it along the wall for Knoll. Knoll into the zone, gains it, and it will be offside on that one. That was real close, as I think he went in and out. Final from Cambria County War Memorial, the First Summit Arena. Wheeling Park 5, Westmont Hilltop 1. In a single A matchup. The Patriots continuing their move in single A. Of course, unfortunately, the two teams from Wheeling, as long as I could tell, they're still ineligible for the Penguin Cup playoffs, but doesn't mean they can't cause a little bit of chaos on the way through. 3:45 remaining. Sotowski steps in with Patton. They cleared back around, and out it goes. In comes Figley. Figley on the half wall, waits, thinks about it, bounces one around. Burke comes in for the help. Burke waits for Sotowski. It's going to be Bombalski back around. They'll regroup, and it'll be picked up by Bombalski. Somehow comes out of that mess with it. Bombalski shot, save made by Sauford. 3:18 remaining. Patton will step in with Sotowski. 3:18 to go. Face-off one back by the Indians. It'll be cleared out of the zone. Chasing it down is Wineland. He does tip this one around. He does get in. Wineland with a shot. Scores. 3:09 remaining. It'll be 8-5 in favor of the Indians. As Wineland came in all alone, fired one over the glove hand of Walker. Gross steps in with Fallick. It'll be dumped up. Fallick will get the puck, and it'll be Williams backhanding it across Fallick. into the zone. It'll bounce up, cleared on, and Williams, they're going to say a hand pass on that one. And it'll come back down. 2:49 remaining. Comes out of the zone. Valek steps in with Gross. Brown, Wilson, and Barrick. Barrick will carry it out across the red, across the blue. Bounces off of an Indian. And it'll be a penalty coming up against Kiski as Barrick's going to get called. They're going to call a rough on Barrick. 2:36 remaining. The Indians will head back to the advantage. Around and carrying it out is Bumbalski. Across. Bumbalski into the zone. Comes in, shot just wide of the net. It was a heavy shot on the glove side. Back around Bumbalski trying to be a one-man wrecking crew. Into the zone. It's going to be Wilson. There's another penalty coming up. It's going to be on West Allegheny now. It's going to be a hooking minor, and that negates the power play. 2:17 remaining. They're going to give Smith the minor. Four on four. It'll be 4 on 4. Back to the point. Up off of a defender. Out Gross around Matt Koski. In the half wall, he'll skate it up. Throws one to the slot past Gross, and it's going to be kept in by Bumbalski. He'll get knocked down on the play. It'll be cleared up and out. Opportunity here. Picked up by Switalski on the way out. Matnoski takes him down. No penalty on that one. Matnoski does fall down trying to get that puck out. Switalski will pick it up back into the zone. Switalski around, blocked. Bumbalski, they come 3-on-1 if they hurry, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 with Wilson. Hag catching up. Shot on Bumbalski. Rebound comes on. Save made. 1:35 remaining in regulation. 57 seconds remaining in the first penalty. It'll be clear to length of the ice, and icing will be the call. Oh. Face-off coming up to the right of Salford, who looks like he's going to move to his first varsity win, barring any type of a comeback from Kiski. Gross. Wait, so it'll be cleared out. 1:20 remaining. Face-off coming back down. Shots are 30-21 in favor of West Allegheny. Gross steps in. They battle, and Gross and Ortiz go at it. Matnoski. Koski will get this one out. It'll be passed out. Gross with Hag. It'll be Matnoski battling him. And Koski will let that one go. Back for Wilson behind the net. 55 seconds remaining in regulation. There'll be a short power play here for Kiski. But it'll go back out. Bumbalski waits on the backhand, throws it around looking for Wilson. Wilson has to get around Hag. Gross will carry it in. Gross shoots one, save made by Salford. 36.9 seconds remaining. We'll have another face-off. 8-5 is your score. I want to thank Jared Toddhunter for helping me out this evening. Doing a heck of a job. 3-2, Peters Township leading Cathedral Prep up in Erie. I guess it's 11:20 remaining in the third. And so that contest is pretty good. You can switch over to 10-band TV's main feed for that one for Peters Township and Cathedral Prep after this one. But for that, it's 8-5 here as the puck goes the length of the ice. No icing on the play. Want to thank Todd Kazarowski. And why not? We're going to thank Matt Popchuk for just being Matt Popchuk. Why not? We're having a good time here. As this one winds down, I'll see you on Thursday at Mount Lebanon and back here next Tuesday as your final score from the Palmer Imaging Arena. The West Allegheny Indians 8, the Kiski Cavaliers 5. Thank you for joining me on 10 Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. This was Berg Hockey Night, Berg Hockey Live. Final score, the Kiski Area Cavaliers 5, the West Allegheny Indians 8. Take care, guys.